Today our learning target is to find the composition of two functions. Now before we jump into that, I want to talk about what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did problems like a function f of x plus another function g of x, and we did subtraction and we did division, and we also did multiplication. And we wrote multiplication this way. We also wrote it as f times g of x. Today we are going to introduce another symbol, and that's going to be like an open circle. We're going to say, I know it looks like fog, but it's not. So we're going to be looking at like f of g of x. So please don't mix up today's open circle with the normal multiplication sign. So let's jump in. A composite function is when you put two functions together. And what this first one means here, this f circle g, what we say is f of g of 2. And what they're asking us to do is come up with a number. So what I want to do is look at f of g of 2. It's the same as f of g of 2. And the first thing we're going to do is find out what g of 2 is. And this is our g function here. So g of 2 would be 2 squared plus 2, which would be 4 plus 2 is 6. And what we do with that is plug it in to this spot. So the first thing you do is the inside-most part of the problem. And then we keep going. The function f is up here, and f is 3 times your parenthesis plus 1. So it's going to be 3 times 6 plus 1. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 would be 19. So a composite function is 2 problems for the price of 1. The first thing you do is find the inside, evaluate that, and then plug it back in. And then the second thing you do is plug this inside number into the outside number. So let's try this again. G of f of 2 means g of f of 2. So what we want to do there is find f of 2. Now f is up here, and it's 3 times your x plus 1, and our x is 2. So it's going to be 3 times 2 plus 1. We're just plugging it into here. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 gives us 7. So the 7 comes back up, and now we want to find g of 7. And g says take your parenthesis and square it and add 2. So 7 squared plus 2 would be 49 plus 2, or 51. We always do the inside part first. So let's try some more problems down here. Now let's let f of x be the square root of x plus 3, and g of x equal x over 2. So they give us the long notation, f of g of 12 means we're going to be plugging 12 in. First we plug 12 in to the g, start with the middle. Here's g, so it's going to be 12 over 2, which gives us 6. So now we're looking for f of 6. And f says up here to do the square root of 6 plus 3, which is the square root of 9, which is just 3. In the next problem, both ways, g of f of 1, g of f of 1. This is going to become g of, we have to plug 1 into f. If we go back to f and we plug in 1, we get the square root of 1 plus 3, which is the square root of 4, or 2. And so then we want to find out what g of 2 is. And G says, take your number and put it over 2. So that would be 2 over 2, which gives us 1. So looking at a little bit of theory at the bottom of our page, the composition of a function, G with a function f is written as G of f, and is defined by G of f of x equals G of, do the f first. The domain of G and f consists of all the x values in the domain of f, in the domain of the inside ones. And our steps, do the inside part first, and then 2, do the outside part. And something important to note here, function composition is not commutative. That means that doing f of g of x is not the same as doing it g of f of x. Sometimes it matters what we do first. So let's look at our next page here. We want to find out what g of f of x is. But here, to compose two functions together, simply plug in the entire inner function wherever you see x in the outer function. So this is different from the front page where we got like an answer. Here we're still going to have x. G of f of x means g of f of x. So what we do for this f of x part, we're going to trade it out for what f of x is. So we keep the outside g, and instead of f of x, we just write in negative 2x plus 3. And then it tells us to do the g. Our g function says take the x and subtract 2. So it's saying take the x, the whole thing, and subtract 2, and that whole thing is our negative 2x plus 3. So we changed out the middle and made it the green, and then we plugged the green into the outside. And there's nothing to distribute on our parentheses, so I'm going to put like terms together. So negative 2x plus 3 minus 2 would be plus 1. And our domain is going to be all real numbers. It's going to be all real numbers unless we have a square root or a fraction. So let's try the problem on the other side. Here f is first, so f of g of x means f of, and for the g, we plug in x minus 2. Now f says do negative 2 times your whole parenthesis thing plus 3. So what we have there is negative 2, and for the x from our problem, we're going to put in x minus 2, and then the rest of our problem is plus 3. So we took the whole green function, just where there was an x, we used our parenthesis. Now I'm going to distribute. So we have negative 2x plus 4 plus 3. So that simplifies to negative 2x plus 7. And our domain is all reals, because there is no fraction and there is no square root. In our next set of problems, we want to find g of f of x. So our first step is to change out the middle part. Well, f is 2x plus 1. I just change those out. And then g says, take your parenthesis and square it. So 2x plus 1 squared, and then subtract 1 from it. And remember, when we're multiplying 2x plus 1, the quantity squared, means that you have 2 of those. And then minus 1 on the end. So multiplying that out and combining like terms gives us 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 minus 1. So those 1's will cancel off the end. We get that polynomial. Because it's a polynomial, our domain is all real numbers. Here in the next one, we stay in the same order. So first f of g of x. And g, we plug that in, x squared minus 1. And then for f, it says take 2 times your x plus 1. So 2 times your x plus 1. But this little x is going to become x squared minus 1. We can distribute the 2. So we have 2x squared minus 2, and then plus 1. When we combine our like terms, we get 2x squared minus 1. And our domain, again, is all real numbers. Looking at these problems below, same thing, just different functions to work with. In the first one, g of f of x means g of f of x. So what we want to do is plug f of x into our parenthesis. So g of 2x plus 3. And then g tells us to take whatever's in your parenthesis, minus 5, all of that divided by 2. So it's going to be our parenthesis minus 5, all divided by 2. And I just wrote the 2x plus 3 in there. So if we clean that up, we get 2x plus 3 minus 5 is minus 2 over 2. We can factor a 2 out of the top. So then those 2's will cancel. And so our answer is x minus 1. Our domain is still all real numbers. We did have a fraction, but the denominator was a 2, not an x, so we don't have any restrictions. For the last problem on this page, we have f of g of x, which is f of g of x is x minus 5 over 2. And f says 2 times your variable plus 3. So 2 times our variable plus 3. And our variable here is the x minus 5 over 2. So we need to multiply, and the 2's will cancel. So we get x minus 5 plus 3. So our final answer is x minus 2. Our domain is all real numbers because we don't have a square root and we don't have a fraction with an x in the bottom. Be sure to go on to the part 2 video for the final page of notes.